Good morning to everyone. Welcome back to Study Savvy. We are going to study about the sugar and alcohol industry. In this chapter, we have to see first point manufacture of raw cane sugar. The principle of the manufacture of raw cane sugar is the manufacture of raw cane sugar is based on the removal of fiber, non-reducing sugars, dirt, mud, coloring matter, etc. It means to remove the dirt, mud, coloring matters and impurities from the sugar cane. It involves the 5 steps. First one is the extraction of juice. Second, clarification of juice. Third, concentrations of juice. Fourth, crystallization of sugar. And fifth one is the separation of crystals. First we have to see first one, extraction of juice. In this point, first we have to wash the sugar cane for removing dirt, mud, coloring matters, whatever impurities. Then it is cut into small pieces by rotating knives. Then case pieces are then passed to the rollers and mills crushers. Then rollers are about, and each roller mill consists of 3 grooved rollers, and rollers are about 6 feet in length and 2 to 3 feet in diameter and placed in a triangular pattern. First point is the cane sugar is washed to remove dirt and mud. Then it is cut into small pieces by rotating knives, that is 500 to 600 rpm. The cane pieces are then passed through the mills and crushers. Each mill consists of 3 grooved rollers, and these rollers are about 6 feet in length and 2 to 3 feet in diameter and placed in the triangular pattern. And next point is only top roller in case of crusher and mills move, but the bottom rollers are stationary during extractions, and rollers exerts the pressures of about 3 to 6 tons per square inch, and there are intermediate carriers which carry baggage to the first mill to the second mill and second mill to the third mill. Baggage, it is the waste substances. The spent cane or pulp expelled from the last mill is called as the baggage. The second point one is the clarification of juice. In these steps we have to clarify the juice and send to the concentrations to juice. We have to see clarification of juice. In this process, the removing of impurities from dissolved or undissolved juice is known as clarification. The extracted juice contains, whatever we extracted the juice, they contains impurities both dissolved and undissolved from the juice. And the juice is brownish green colored opaque liquid. The juiceचा कलर कसा आहे म्हणजे ब्राउनिश ग्रीन कलरचं लिक्विड आहे. And it contains 10 to 20% sugar, pectic substances, reducing sugars, gums, minerals, salts, etc. And the juice contains 10 to 20% sugar, pectic substances, and gums, etc. It is acidic in nature. Hence its pH is 5 to 5.7. In acidic medium, sucrose gets easily inverted to fructose, and to avoid this, lime is added to raise the pH 7.5 to 8.0. Lime is added to maintain the alkaline conditions. Lime is added for the maintain the juice the alkaline conditions, and the lime is then passed through a brass or steel tubular heater where it is heated to boiling. The cooled juice and high pressure hot steam passes through or travel in opposite directions. Heating helps in the coagulations of proteins and accelerates the processes. The upper layer, they are separated. The settling tank is separated into 3 layers. First one is the scum, and bottom layer is the mud, and the middle layer is the clear juice. In these steps we have to obtain the clear juice. The diagrammatic explanation of clarification of juice is seen in this figure. The third point one is the concentration of juice. Concentrations of juice can be done in 2 steps. Juice is concentrated to syrup containing 50% water. And second one is the syrup is concentrated to macerate containing 9 to 11% water. Macerate, it is nothing but the semi-solid mixture of sugar and molasses. Clarification of juice is concentrated to syrup by removing excess of water, and the quadruple or multiple effect evaporators are used in this process. And here juice contains 85% water and converted into pale yellow liquid containing 40% water. An evaporator is tall cylindrical vessels made up of cast or iron steel, and it can be divided into 3 chambers. Bottom and top chambers are the juice chambers, and middle one is steam chambers. And steam is circulated inside the tube, that is juice, and its steam is circulated outside the tubes. And next point is the vapors from the first evaporator enters into this calendar to the second evaporator, and second evaporator forms the third, and bottom of the first evaporator is connected to the second evaporator, and second to third. The fourth point is the crystallizations of sugar. It is followed by the concentrations of sugar. In these steps, the whatever juice obtained from the concentrations of juice is they are crystallized in the form of and they are obtained in the form of sugar. And the next point is the last one is the separations of crystals. It is followed by the crystallizations of sugar. Whatever we have to obtain the crystals from the crystallization of sugar, in the steps they are separated and remove the molasses from the processes. In short, the first point is extractions of juice, second is clarification of juice, and third one is the concentrations of juice, and fourth one is the crystallization of sugar, fifth one is the separation of crystals. And whatever byproducts is obtained in this process is bagasse and molasses. Bagasse is fuel paper and molasses is the alcohol, ethanol, etc. In short, in first step extractions of juice, the sugarcane is washed and crushed into roller mills, and imbibition water is added to extract maximum juice, and juice contains sucrose, mud, gums, bagasse content obtained as a byproduct. In second steps, clarification of juice. The extractions of juice obtained from the extraction step is clarified here, and raw juice is heated, and impurities coagulate and settle the process. Clear juice obtained after the filtration in this step. And third point is the concentrations of juice. In these steps, the multiple effect evaporators are used, and water is removed in these steps, and juice becomes thick syrup, and it saves the fuels. The crystallization of sugar steps, syrup is boiled in the vacuum pan, and syrup becomes supersaturated, and seed crystals are formed in this step, and thick mixture called macerate is formed in this step. And it is followed by the separation of crystal. It is the last point of the manufacture of raw cane sugar. In this step, macerate sent into centrifugation process, and the rotations of centrifuge separates the crystals and molasses. Molasses is the byproduct, and bagasse is also byproduct. Crystals washed with the water in the steps, and raw sugar is collected in the pan. Thank you so much. Like, share and subscribe this channel.